So I got this from KC Tool today, and I don't think I was expecting anything, so I figured I might as well just open it on camera. And that little bit right there is actually just for my dog. He likes to chew on boxes, so that wasn't the FedEx man, if you're wondering. So we'll go ahead and pop this open and see what's in there. So it looks like it's a couple of Knipex test fixtures. So we got the, these are two different ones. And actually, that's kind of interesting. I got, if I can find it, I have another one. This one right here. I got this off eBay quite a while ago. But this is actually for testing the pliers wrench, I believe, is one of the things that this is supposed to be testing. I think I've shown this a couple of times before. So maybe we can put some of these on this test fixture and see if it holds up any differently. The tubing, so this is a much smaller diameter of the tubing that I was using. The tubing I was using for that test was actually from a chain link fence. It's the cross members that go across the top of a chain link fence. So I don't know what size that is, but I just happen to have a bunch of it lying around. The second one here is another one. It's a 1921T. Looks like it's very similar to this one. Maybe this is the new version of this. But yeah, it has basically a piece of hex stock with a bunch of spring washers. So this thing will turn freely. I did include this, so let's take a look, see what we get here. KC Tool, thank you. So here's that note. I'll go ahead and just read it off. Howdy, we enjoyed your recent water pump pliers video and thought you may enjoy the official Knipex test stands. If there is ever any part you are trying to track down, let us know and we will see what we can do to help. Looking forward to your future review videos. Well, thanks, I appreciate that. And that's from Jordan, who is a purchasing manager at KC Tool. And you can see it's basically just a form tube. I'm sure they would have had to have this custom made to put this bend in here. And then there's just a plate down here to prevent it from spreading. Just welded in 4 places. Maybe we can get like a load cell and a hydraulic press, and we can actually see how much it actually takes to move that pair of pliers once it grips on here, because eventually it's going to break. That chip that's forming is going to break off. It's just a matter of how much it actually takes to do that. And I'm guessing that once you get the paint off here, you might get some different results. So you got 2 plates here that are on the nut and the hex head. And this would be equivalent to a grade 5 bolt for all you SAE people. Yeah, it does turn. So that's what I thought it would do. It just takes a lot of force, because there's these spring. It looks like they got Belleville washers on either side here. So there's a lot of tension, axial tension here on this hex. Probably it was just maybe like a hex spacer. I bet you it's just a through hole through there. But yeah, this is obviously designed to be mounted, screwed down to a bench. This would probably come in handy if I ever do get around to testing the pliers wrench in a little bit more detail. I don't reach out to tool companies like a lot of these other reviewers will do. It's just not my style. I'd rather just go and buy it and then do my own independent assessment of it. If I'm going to accept any tools, it would be something like this that can aid in the reviews of other tools, and not necessarily just a tool to review, a widget to review. So yeah, I appreciate you guys sending me these. I really do. It's very cool. Looks like this tubing is exactly 7/8 of an inch. So about 22 millimeters for those that are wondering. So I'm not sure if maybe that's just a coincidence that it's 7/8. And then this guy You got some really heavy gauge steel here on the side plates. It looks to be about 1/8 of an inch thick. It's about 3.5 millimeters or so. And then this bolt, this hex coupling nut, looks to be right about 24 millimeters. Just over 15/16 for the inch people. Again, thanks Jordan for sending me this stuff. It's very cool. I'll definitely try to incorporate this into some future reviews of maybe some future pliers. There were a couple of ones that I probably missed in the original review. And for those wondering, yeah, I do live next to the train tracks, and a lot of times, because you've lived here so long, you just kind of ignore, you don't even notice that the train's, running anymore. Yeah, these are the old Baltimore and Ohio railroad tracks. They've been here a long time. All right, well, thanks again for this. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time.